Hi, Jordan. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Good. Okay, so I actually just came back from the audiologist a couple days ago with Susie's results.
Okay.
So I'm just a little confused because I don't really know, what her hearing loss is. I don't know how to read this. I know this is a speech session, but I just wanted you to explain it.
No, it's perfectly fine.
Okay.
These can be pretty confusing, so
Yeah.
I'll go through everything and explain everything to you and ask you questions.
Okay.
So hopefully, after we do that, you'll have a better understanding of your daughter's hearing. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is explain to you the different structures of the ear and the different parts of the ear and how your daughter is processing sound.
Okay.
So, here's a diagram of the ear.
Okay.
So how a person hears sound is collected through the outer ear through this tunnel, which is your auditory canal.
Okay.
So then after that, it will hit your eardrum, which will vibrate.
Okay.
So this whole section out here is called your outer ear.
Okay.
The ear is broken into 3 different sections.
Oh.
So that's your outer ear. The middle ear consists of, see these little bones right here?
Yeah.
That after the eardrum vibrates, they cause the little tiny bones to vibrate to further send the sound more towards your brain.
Okay.
So that's the middle ear. And then the inner ear starts at this snail-like figure right here. It's called the cochlea.
Okay.
So the bones vibrate in and out of the cochlea.
Okay.
Which then sound also travels through there, and then it hits the auditory nerve.
Okay.
Which then goes to the brain. So your inner ear starts at the cochlea. So your inner ear is it's the cochlea and your auditory nerve in the brain.
Okay.
Okay, so those are the 3 sections. Do you have any questions on that?
How does it affect my child, though?
Okay, so for your child to develop to her fullest potential, she needs to hear sound the best that she possibly can. If a child has the tiniest bit of hearing loss, they will struggle in their social life, in their education, family gatherings. They need to be able to hear everything that is being said to them,
right?
For them to develop properly.
Okay.
So let me just take a look at this.
Okay.
So yeah, they need a very, very clear and consistent signal, because if anywhere in the in communication, if there's a barrier or anything is broken, they will be completely thrown off, and they will really have trouble processing what is being said to them.
Okay.
So, do you have any more questions on that? What you were just talking about? Okay. So also, what I want to mention to you is every single time a person hears something or processes information, their brain is growing, right? They're developing. So that is very, very important for your child, since she's only 5 years old. This is like the main time where she's developing. She wants to have everything being said to her. She wants to be able to process everything, learn as much as she possibly can in school. So yeah, that's how your brain works.
Okay.
So yeah, let me look more at this paperwork.
Okay.
So I'm going to copy the results onto this other paper, so you can get a better understanding of what your child is hearing.
Okay.
So I'm going to explain to you what the results of this are in these terms, and they might be very confusing, but I'll go step by step to explain it to you. Okay. So, what your daughter has is a bilateral, normal, sloping to severe sensory neural hearing loss. So bilateral, it's both ears. She has difficulty in both of her ears. And also, it's a sensory neural hearing loss. So back to this picture, back to this diagram, her hearing loss is anywhere starting at the cochlea in the auditory nerve, anywhere past the middle ear. Okay. So the outer ear and her middle ear are fine. Okay.
That's good to know.
So this chart, it's called the audiogram of familiar sounds. That's what this chart is called. It's called an audiogram. So I've completely copied this audiogram onto here. So with this, it shows you what your child can and cannot hear. So on the left side, this is intensities. So low intensity to high intensity, which would mean a very soft sound or a very, very loud sound. Okay. So for example, like a jackhammer, a firecracker, like nobody wants to hear those sounds. Like if you're standing next to a firework, it's going to hurt because it's very, very loud.
Of course.
So anything above this line of your daughter's audiogram, anything above this, she will have difficulty hearing. Oh. And then anything below it, she can hear.
Okay.
So, for instance, she has difficulty hearing p, g, ch, any of these speech sounds. And it's very important for her to hear correctly because this will also hinder her speech and language development if it's not caught quickly enough.
Gosh, yeah.
Yes, this could be a pretty serious thing. So you really want to keep up with your audiological appointments. That's very, very important.
Okay, good to know.
Okay, so another thing that she is probably having trouble hearing is birds chirping. Oh. So with this diagram, this shows that it's a very high frequency. Okay. Frequency is on the top. It's a very high pitch or a low pitch, like a very strong sound.
Okay.
So birds chirping could be a problem. So that's a high pitch but a low intensity, a soft sound.
Okay.
So what she can hear is like a dog barking, a piano, somebody crying, and she can hear some speech sounds.
Oh, good.
There's just some of them that she is having trouble with. But as I said before, it's the tiniest bit of like a problem can hinder her development.
Right. Okay.
So, do you have any more questions about this audiogram?
I don't believe so.
And one more thing I want to mention. Okay. So your daughter, her hearing results showed a normal sloping to severe loss.
Okay.
So her hearing is anywhere between here.
Right.
So sometimes she can hear the lower intensities. Sometimes she can hear the higher intensities. It's just in between, like the whole line.
Okay. Wow. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So I can also give you this to bring home.
Oh, wow.
I printed these off. You can also bring these to your audiologist if you wanted to, or do more further research on your own if you have time.
Okay.
But this just is a chart that further explains like what your child can and cannot hear. So with the severe loss, she may have difficulty understanding speech in the presence of background noise. Say like if you're out at a park or something, she probably won't hear you. Have difficulty understanding rapid speech patterns. Like nobody talks super slow. They're like, blah, blah, blah. Like they talk so fast.
Right.
And that she will have great difficulty with that. Like speech reading is very important. So, yep. She'll rely heavily on lip reading cues to understand speech. This is just a big list of problems that she might be having or struggles that she might be having. So if you wanted to take a look at this.
I love that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And then if you wanted to take this too, that just might help.
Wow.
So then one more thing that I wanted to show you. So I have a speech simulator. On the computer that I have right here, and I'll have you watch it. It's like a teacher giving a spelling test to a student, and it's at the hearing level that your daughter would have. So you would be able to hear and understand what your daughter is hearing.
Oh, wow.
So it's like putting you in her shoes.
Oh, my goodness. That's great.
So that would really help in understanding.
Okay.
Yep, so I'm going to play this video. Okay. Okay.
All right. Wow. So, I definitely understand more now.
Yes. So even the tiniest bit of hearing loss can greatly impact your daughter.
Yeah.
Yep. So is there any other questions? I think we hit practically everything.
You explained this so well to me. Thank you so much. Seriously.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.